Who is Lexi in a few words?
Lexi is kind of an amalgamation of every struggling young artist out there in London. And I just hope that, I hope that his little story translates to a lot of other millennials out there just trying to find their place in this sick, sad world. You know what I mean?
You thought this might be your swan song here. Now that it's happening, does it still feel that way?
No, this does not. It definitely does not feel like a swan song, and it definitely became the debut that I had always ever dreamed of. So,
what's the one line in the show that always gets the biggest reactions?
Eating me out right now would be like sucking nectar from a frangipani in Joe Malone's fucking garden. I mean, this one definitely is like one of the standout lines.
What's something about Lexi that surprised you once you were actually playing him?
Obviously, like when I wrote this play, like Lexi was kind of a little bit the most like who I, as an artist, I'm hoping to be. But I think that the biggest surprise in playing him was just really realizing how lucky we are to even be able to be here and be able to fight for our dreams. And I don't know, like, he's also so much more patient than I am. He's so much more courageous, I think, as well. So, yeah, that's kind of my love for Lexi.
Was Lexi easy to write, or did he fight you a little bit?
I think when I was writing the play, I really knew that the other two characters, I really wanted to make sure that whoever played them would feel, like, amazing and that they would feel very, very strong, and I gave them a lot of my best one-liners, and Lexi kind of became this sort of barometer, the guy that sort of held space for both of them, which is kind of mirrors a lot of my own life. So yeah, obviously I'm the writer, I directed it, so I had this privilege of being able to write this character from that unique perspective, and I hope that as we get to develop the project more, then we'll get to definitely develop Lexi's story and his character even more.
Second Fringe for you now. What's different this time round?
I mean, everything. I mean, our venue, the fact that we have an amazing PR team behind us, and not to mention my very own production team and everybody involved. I couldn't have asked for a better team, and it's actually it makes all the difference when coming up to Edinburgh. And yeah, I couldn't be prouder, I couldn't be more excited. This has been an amazing Fringe.
A London transfer is the dream. What would that mean to you?
Honestly, I can't even think about it, because I think it would be a dream come true. Like if we could go to Soho Theatre or the Bush or Riverside or anything like this, so that this play was a love letter to London. It was written as a love letter to London, so it only seems right that it could come back to London, bigger and better than ever.
If Lexi and Petunia were real and living in London right now, would they survive their 30s?
Yes, I think they would. I mean, they wouldn't necessarily come out unscathed, but I think that they're both kind of... This whole play is about... It's kind of almost a coming-of-age film, but not from your teens, but from your early adulthood until what it means to be an adult. And I think that that's something that people have really resonated with. And I hope that, I hope they make their 30s. I really hope that, at least for Alex, for both of them, that, the message of the play is you just got to have faith. And what you're working for, everything that you want is just around the corner. So yeah, I think that they would survive their 30s and thrive in their 30s.
You call Petunia's world fabulous, even when everyone's broke. What does fabulous mean when your bank account says otherwise?
Personally, I just think fabulosity is a way of life. Okay, it doesn't matter how much it costs. I think that with imagination and a little bit of chutzpah, you are able to just be your best self. And my mentors in New York kind of always told us that no matter how starving you are, no matter how desperate you are, you can never, as an artist, project that. So you have to just gussy up, pull up your socks, step into your excellence, and always show that you are worthy, you are everything, no matter what anyone says. Until somebody recognizes it, nothing changes. You just always step into your best self and be your best self. And I hope that people see that when they see the play.
This show goes deep into dating apps, situationships, and ghosting. What's the worst dating story that made it into the script?
I mean, I think that there's a lot about the idea of like, look, this play, we talk about it being queer, but it's really more of a bisexual sort of discovery play. You know, there's a side of sexuality and boys discovering themselves that I don't think is really shown a lot in a lot of plays. So, and a lot of that came from sort of, a lot of the boys I've been with, even my own discovery, have been like, quote unquote straight or bi-curious, and we kind of sometimes are there, especially for those of us who are who are a little further along in our discovery and our development sexually, we kind of tend to therapize a lot of other boys that are going through the same thing, especially post-coital minds, you know what I mean? But definitely a lot of the you have to come and see the show, because if you come and see the show, then you will actually see what kind of stuff we've been up to.
If you had 5 minutes alone with Lexi, what would you tell him?
I think I would just give Lexi the biggest hug. If I had some money in my pocket, I would also give it to him. And also just tell him that, you know, we're all in this together. You know, this is a universal sort of struggle, and you just can't give up. And if you have a dream, then we're the generation that should still be chasing it, no matter how hard things are. And if you achieve something in the face of adversity, then it just is that much sweeter and that much better. So, yeah, I feel that way kind of about Fringe. And I really hope that y'all come and see and enjoy the show.